Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So in the overnight session, the buy side has maintained short-term control, and heading into the open, we're going to use 56 quarter to 58.75 as the initial support zone, as well as the micro bull bear zone. So that means that as long as buyers are holding ES above 56 quarter to 58.75, the bias would be bullish. On the upside, we have the initial resistance zone at 67.75 to 69.75, followed by the recent high at 72 to 74, and we would need to see broad market strength and sustained upside momentum in order to get a sustainable breakout beyond those areas of resistance. Now, one thing I mentioned in yesterday's trade plan is that the markets are at an important inflection point and could be setting up for a directional move, and that idea is still in play. So we are going to be on the lookout for a directional move, but in order to get a sustainable directional move, we do need to see either broad market strength and sustained upside momentum, or a break below initial support on broad market weakness and sustained downside momentum. For example, yesterday the market tried to put in an upside directional move, but there was a bearish disconnect on the advanced decline, and we didn't really get any notable upside momentum, and that morning upside move ended up failing. So in order to get a sustainable directional move, we do need to see that broad market participation and some decent and sustained momentum in that direction. So we need to be prepared for a directional move, but we don't necessarily have to predict it. We don't know if it's going to happen today. Sometimes the market can continue balancing, and then eventually a directional move sets up. So it's difficult to time exactly when it's going to happen, but what we do know is that the market is not going to balance forever, and eventually when the market builds up a lot of volume at one area, it tends to launch away from that area. And so far, that big volume has developed at 28.58. So 28.58 is an important high volume node, and quite often, these high volume nodes can serve as launching points of directional movement. And that's one of the reasons we're using the 56 quarter to 58.75 as the main support, as well as the bull bear zone.